I started all my spring cleaning yard work and things like that, and I got a lot of stuff done, and that felt really great.
We had a really fun bell practice waiting and preparation for Easter. So the bells are playing with the choir and the organ and the brass. It's going to be lots of fun.
Something good that happened this week is I got a softball giveaway, and I got new cleats. I played on my VR.
Something that made me happy this week is because my basketball ended on Thursday and I have football right back on tomorrow on Monday.
Something good that happened this week was that I went to New York City and I got to see Daniel Radcliffe, my first celebrity crush, play in Every Brilliant Thing, which also it was a play about saying something good. So
I made a new friend at school.
I played bingo last week. I didn't win, but that's okay too.
I got to sleep in yesterday.
I was at the No Kings protest in Jim Thorpe yesterday. I've been involved in a couple of them up there. One of the ladies who runs it asked me if I would be the spokesperson for the group, so I did 2 television interviews yesterday without preparation, so that was good.
One thing that happened this week is that I got straight A's in my grade book.
One good thing that happened to me this week was I was in Guitar Center and I overheard somebody saying that they thought I was good at drums, and that made me feel proud.
One thing good that happened to me this week was that I got to choose my high school classes.
One good thing that happened this week is I breathed, which isn't possible a lot of places in the universe.
I had a wonderful surprise this week. My son joined my husband and I, surprisingly, for a lunch. We had a delightful visit. It was wonderful, and I was very grateful.
One good thing that happened to me this week was I had track 6 days this week and soccer 2 days this week, and my knees don't hurt that bad, and we have a scrimmage next Friday.
Something good that happened to me this week is I went to a concert and I was really close to the front with the artist.
The best thing that happened to me this week was that we heard from our grandchildren in Florida. We're looking forward to getting together. Well, not for Easter, but the 1st of May.
I'll just tag on to what Elaine was saying about our grandson. He is now training as a helicopter pilot in the U.S. Army. We're very, very happy about that.
Something fun that I did this week, I went ice skating and then I met my friend's dog.
Something good that happened this week is one of my high school history students said that I'm her favorite teacher, and I didn't know that, so that was nice to hear.
Something good recently is my fiance and I went to the farmer's market together, and we got some really good eclair pudding.
Something good that happened to me this week is I was able to make a surprise visit to my grandparents in Philly on Saturday.
Something good that happened to me this week was I learned a new recipe.
Something good that happened to me this week is that I did better on my history test than I expected.
I got to play baseball with my dad for the first time in like the whole summer. Somebody said hi to me. I made a dam.
My good thing is that I can see in my garden that my favorite flowers, tulips, are about to form their buds and sprout and be beautiful.
This was a good week. Doing a lot of garden work, chatting with a ton of people. It was a wonderful week.
I got to go to the King of Prussia Mall this week.
I watched Matilda. We went to my Grammy's house and had dinner, and we saw her pet dogs. I made my first necklace. It's a fairy sitting on the moon.
My mom finally showed me where the iPad is, and I got to play it for 1 hour. I played football this week.
I got my squishy onion.
I got to go to church and see people I normally wouldn't.
One good thing that happened was that I watched a movie with my family.
I went to a birthday party. I got to play video games. I got my hair cut.
6'7".
I get to play baseball again. I really miss all the teams. They were really nice to me, and I was the best on the team. And my friends are going to play, too. Something good happened this week with my granddaughter and my neighbor. I babysit her on Thursdays, and I took her over to see my neighbor's chickens. So we're watching the chickens, and all of a sudden my neighbor comes out, and he's in his 80s, and his wife has been battling lung cancer. He sat there and spent a lot of time with her. He took the chickens out of the pen, and he held one and had her pet them. And my granddaughter's only like 4, so she was just like excited about these chickens. And the two of them had the greatest relationship, and I had so much fun watching the interaction between the two of them. And afterwards, when I took her, I was
leaving, and she goes, "Goodbye, Joe. I'll see you tomorrow." And of course, she's not going to see him tomorrow because she doesn't live there. But anyway, he called me about an hour later and he said, "I had so much fun with your granddaughter." I think it was just such a special relationship that the two of them had. I think it brightened his day and it made her day. And as an observer, it made my day.
I have 5 A's right now.
Something good that happened last week is that I was able to get to skiing states.
One good thing that happened this week is I got to take home a bunch of food for the Middle Eastern dinner.
I came for my mom and came for my mom. I go to a picture and then I go to my beach.
I got to see my sister because she's back home from college. So
Got on their phone.
I saw myself be happy. My favorite thing was the obstacle course.
The good thing that happened to me this week was that Alistair, our grandson, turned 1 year old.
I got a fit day on Monday. On Tuesday.
The thing that happened was good was someone actually helped me with a problem, and I was able to help another person with their problem, and it made me feel real good.